How many of you are worried about how little time there is in a day? For students, there are many different obligations, such as school, work, family, and friends. Today, I will be talking about time management and how it can work for anyone. I will be speaking based on my own experience and on some research that I've done for this topic. In discussing time management, I will talk about the following: how time management increases focus on tasks, lessens anxiety and stress, and how you can build your own time management system. First, I will discuss how time management increases focus on tasks. In a study done by Aaron et al. Called Does Time Management Work? A meta analysis published in 2021, the search term time management was looked over, and all of the studies that contained those terms were collected and analyzed. Overall, the studies showed that time management was helpful in academic settings rather than work settings. And it also helped to lessen procrastination and strengthen self-control. This makes a lot of sense because in academic settings, students are more focused on getting good grades and there is more pressure to succeed. Whereas with work, there is more of a work life balance. So there's no striving for perfection. Additionally, in a study done by Adams and Blair called Impact of Time Management Behaviors on Undergraduate Engineers Students' Performance, published January 2019, students who were in engineering were analyzed for their implementation of time management skills through the reflections and also an array of surveys. And they found that the biggest effect was that students that had a specific set of time management skills had a higher GPA overall. And this is because with time management comes better organization and better grades. Now that I've discussed how time management increases focus on tasks, I will now discuss how time management lessens anxiety and stress and how you can make your own time management system. Second, I will discuss how time management lessens anxiety and stress. In a study by Amati et al. Called Relationships Between Time Management Skills and Anxiety and Academic Motivation on Nursing Students in Tehran, published in 2017, nursing students in Tehran were analyzed for their time management skills and searching for correlations between time management skills and other factors. Overall, two different correlations were found. With academic motivation and time management, there was a positive correlation. So, with more time management, there was higher academic motivation and vice versa. Whereas with time management skill and anxiety, there was negative correlation. So, with less time management skill, there was higher anxiety levels. And that time management also helps with more motivation. This makes a lot of sense because when it comes to time management, when you for students, they believe that with time management, you have when you believe to have less time management, you lead to have more stress and vice versa. So when you have time management, it leads to less stress. This finding was found by Tews in her honors thesis called Success and Balance of Commitment in Time, Perceived Benefits of Time Management Control on College Student Performance, published in 2013. In her section about stress, she found that students who had time management had less stress overall because they believed that they had control over their days. Students often believe that time is a finite thing, and that is not always the case because when you organize your time appropriately, there is more belief to have time control over your day, which leads to less stress. Now that I've discussed how time management increases focus on tasks and lessens anxiety and stress, I will talk about tips on how you can create your own time management system. Lastly, I will be talking about how you can create your own time management system and some tips on how to. Before we get into the tips, there are three main pillars of time management. According to Beardoff, he and his article on productivity is more Time Management is More Than Just Life Hacks, published in 2020, he says that there are three main pillars of time management: awareness, knowing that you have a finite amount of time; arrangement, arranging your time to fit different tasks accordingly; and adaptation. Whenever things are thrown at somebody, how do you adapt that time to what you need to do in that day? These three pillars are very important to create a structured time management system. And I'm going to show you how you can use these three pillars to create your own system. Now, some tasks that fit within these three pillars were found from Chris Bailey's book, The Productivity Project, published in 2016. He spent a year looking at different time management systems and productivity systems to see which one worked best for him. Now, some of the ones that I found were these ones. When it comes to awareness, you can detect your energy levels by seeing where your energy levels raise and dip depending on how you feel during a day or a week. Then, after you know your own energy levels, you can arrange your tasks accordingly to that by limiting a daily list to the most important items and creating a maintenance day for chores such as going to the laundry, cooking, and meal planning, and also other errands that may need to be run, so that the tasks that you have on that daily list maintain to be the most important things that you will do in that day. And lastly, with adaptation, the best thing to do is just to say no when you need to. Oftentimes, college students like myself have a lot of different obligations that need to be completed. But the truth is that time can be managed better if you know how much you can do in that day. And the best way to do that is to say no. Say no sometimes to that occasional party or doing too much of something. Instead, it will help open up everything to help you adapt better to the day. And for myself, it is very different when it comes to these three steps. When it comes to awareness, I also detect my energy levels and I check in the morning every day to see how I feel and to fit my tasks accordingly. When it comes to arrangement, I use Google Calendar to plan everything almost minute by minute so that I create a sense of scarcity in my time. And lastly, when it comes to adaptation, I just arrange everything weekly and monthly to see how I can make my time management system better for myself and for the other people that are around me. Now, this is to say that each time management system is different for everybody. There is no one person that has the same time management system. Chris Bailey doesn't have the same time management system, and neither do I. The best thing you can do is to find the tips that work for you and to have you roll with it. In conclusion, I discussed how time management increases focus on tasks and lessens anxiety and stress, and also how to build your own time management system. I hope that this speech gave you a better idea of why time management is so important to our world today and how you can make your time work for you instead of having time work at you. Thank you.